Townsville-based Daryn Ward is enjoying more than just the good looks of his new T409SAR. He's also enjoying a 7.5 tonne payload increase thanks to Kenworth's new electronic brake safety system, or EBSS. He explained he'd taken delivery of this Kenworth T409SAR not long after the last Brisbane truck show and was in the final stages of getting his performance-based standards, or PBS, accreditation for it when we climbed in for a ride.
Actually, this configuration at the moment, I've got to wait for another couple more weeks for my paperwork to come through with PBS. But then, 57.5, and that's 39.5 tonne payload. That's with the 4-axle. But 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time.
Daryn Ward, or Wardy as everyone knows him around the quarry, has been loyal to the Kenworth product all his life and has nothing but praise for his local dealer Brown and Hurley in Townsville. He reckons Tony Burton, Len Roberts and Bob in the workshop really go the extra mile for him. In fact, everyone there makes you feel part of the family. They really go out of their way to help you, he adds.
Brown and Hurley, he's done most of the groundwork for me. He's looked after me really well. He's an excellent salesman, actually. Really good.
As Wardy pulled up next to the stockpile to load, the thumping of the massive jaw crusher at the Townsville quarry was muffled by the flurry of wheel loaders and dump trucks scurrying around the quarry floor and the loaders reversing beepers. Wardy, you must get a decent payload with this configuration then.
Yeah, well, with the PBS, we're good for 57.5, so that's your 39.5 tonne payload, you know what I mean?
So it's a PBS vehicle?
PBS, well, not actually this configuration at the moment. I've got to wait for another couple more weeks for my paperwork to come through with PBS. But then, 57.5, and that's 39.5 tonne payload. That's with the 4-axle.
That T601 in the background waiting to load is another of Wardy's Kenworths, and it's over 10 years old and still going strong, he says. Meanwhile, just keep an eye on the tarp on the T409SAR's tipper as it closes by itself. It's what's called Razor's front-to-back power tarp. The Razor Power Tarp is an Australian invention and has been purpose-built and designed to cover loads and improve driver safety. By using a remote control similar to the one you use to open your garage door, means that drivers can control their tarp from the ground or cabin or any place within safe sight of their tippers. The simple push-button operation eliminates any need for hard labour or unsafe work practices, and there's no more winding or operating around heavy machinery, and no more neck, back or shoulder injuries. The wireless remote activation responds instantly to the state-of-the-art receiver located on the tipper body. This ensures swift tarp manoeuvring, offering productivity gains when most needed. Smooth operating and consistent tarp tensioning provide the unmatched benefit of extending the life of your tarp, and the system comes complete with keypad operation and manual override operation, and can be powered by either the Razor Power Kit or Prime Mover for total reliability. Incidentally, Razor also make a rollover power tarp, which is more commonly used on semi-tippers like these bulk grain trucks, and it works in much the same way as the front-to-back power tarp. Both these tarp systems are distributed throughout the country by Jost Australia. Meantime, Wardy guided his T409SAR onto the weighbridge, and his weights were spot on too. Yep, really.
My plan is to probably buy one more and just have three.
Yep.
I got a cab over Kenworth too, but it does bobcat work and clean up sites and all that as well.
Yep.
But it's not 65, model made import from America.
Really?
Yeah. And she's a good old hanger, right? She's nice and tidy too.
Then it was down through the tunnel that goes under the busy Bruce Highway.
Kenworth itself? Yeah. Oh, okay.
The two Kenworth trucks make light work of the climb out of the tunnel up onto the highway. Today, the traffic on the bypass was light, and we asked Wardy about his engine specs and how it was going.
525, and then at its maximum torque at 1850, it's 550 horsepower, on your graph,
Yep.
as in the torque range. Yeah. Bloody quiet, eh? The new ones are so quiet.
Oh, yeah.
The EGR, the A3, my wife, I couldn't get over it. When I first jumped in it, I didn't even take it for a test drive or anything, but I just fell in love with it. Yeah, kind of the showroom floor.
About half an hour later on the other side of town, Wardy pulled into the job site, grabbed the CB handpiece, and asked Shane, the site boss, where he wanted the load tipped.
Just put him in the middle there, Shane, where it's a bit baldy.
Yeah, mate.
Oh.
Wardy reverses the T409SAR back into where he was directed and lifts the dog trailer's body up to the second stage of the hoist when he begins to run the crushed rock out into neat rows so the grader can level it out. Meantime, the T601 reverses in beside to tip its load. What's the 4-axle dog like to reverse?
A lot easier to reverse the 4-axle than what it is with the 3-axle, believe it or not, because you've got that extra axle on the dolly.
Yep.
You don't have to fight it as much, if you know what I'm saying.
The versatility of this T409SAR is another big advantage to Wardy too, because it's rated up to a 90-tonne road train. He can also pull an additional 4-axle dog trailer on road train routes, which increases productivity even further. Wardy reckons the visibility and manoeuvrability of the T409SAR around job sites is exceptional when you consider it really is quite a big heavy-duty spec truck. That's where we have to leave Wardy at his slick-looking T409SAR, because we've got to head south to central New South Wales to collect a road train load of sheep with Paul Milgate.